Maisie. Bang! Oh, good job. That's good. One more. Maisie. Bang! No. Bang! Okay. Well, these two, this is Maisie and Max. They're sisters. They were egg mates, clutch mates. They are both about 3.5-year-old Goffin's cockatoos. Over here, this is Alex. Alex is a little bit older than the girls. He's also a Goffin's cockatoo. We think he's about 4.5 years old, and he is these two are DNA'd female, and he's a DNA'd male. With the eclectuses, it's a little easier to tell who's the boy and who's the girl, because the girl is, of course, bright red. This is Pris. She just turned 2 a few months ago, and her boyfriend over there is Gosha. He's a male eclectus. He is just turned 3. My wife and I had dogs when we first got married, and I'd grown up around birds. My mom used to raise cockatiels, and I was very comfortable being around them and knew the sort of level of commitment that it takes to have birds. And my wife had always talked about it would be neat to have birds, and I kept telling her, she was a neat freak. I kept telling her, look, these are horrible, filthy, messy creatures and nothing you want to get involved in. But the dogs passed, and we couldn't really bring ourselves to get other dogs. We felt like we were cheating on our old dogs to get new dogs. So we had heard about a bird who was looking for a home, and it turned out that didn't work out, but sort of through exploring that, we sort of discovered the bird community. There tends to be sort of a network of folks that have parrots that sort of stick together and trade information, and we came to have our first cockatoo, Maisie. We ended up with her sister as well, who was Max, because we couldn't separate them because they were just so cute together. And it sort of grew from there. The rest of the history is probably very parallel to what most people experience with parrots, in that they reach this sort of tipping point where they realize that they're in over their heads. And we certainly did. A year or so into it, we realized that these creatures, honestly, if I had it to do all over again, or if the world had it to do all over again, probably wouldn't have been a good idea to try and make pets out of these things, because they aren't cut out for it. But the genie's out of the bottle, and I certainly don't want to, downplay the fabulous, time that they've given us and the great relationship that we have. But they're a lot of work, and we sort of found ourselves at a point where we had to make a decision to either give up the birds that so many people have to make, or to sort of recommit ourselves to doing the right thing for the birds and to sort of adjusting our life to giving these creatures a better life, and that's a decision that every person that has parrots is going to face at some point, especially after they get their first bird. Girl, they're fun. I mean, it's a research project too. The knowledge base on these things is still expanding. They were really probably inserted into the pet community before we knew enough about them. And honestly, they probably still even shouldn't be pets. But kind of hard to go backwards at that point. But if there's any advantage, it's the research that folks do on wild flocks. Sort of applies to captive birds as well, because there's, except for the housing differences and the diet differences, the behavior is very similar. It's all hardwired behavior, because they're not at all domesticated animals. They're essentially wild animals that. What are you doing? Oh, you guys are so wound up. Want to do basketball? Come on, kid. Don't be shy. Get up there. Good girl. Want to do your train? Just do one. Want to do it? Good girl. There you go. No. Put it on the train. Good girl. Bring it over. Good bird. Ready? Let's start. Start here. Okay, you can start that one instead. Good. All we're gonna do now. Now you're all screwed up. You gotta take them both. There you go. I shouldn't have rewarded that. It was the wrong order.